Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back at you with another video. So, in today's video, I would like to discuss a topic that is very, very disheartening and somewhat very, very deep. And the topic is about losing people. I don't mean death, but that is a form of losing somebody. I mean growing apart, going your separate ways. Basically, friendship ending. So, why I want to bring this topic up is because the last 2 years have been a very challenging time in my life. I have watched people I care about just instantly not want to talk to me anymore just because they found somebody more interesting, or for some unknown reason, it was just time for our paths to not cross anymore. And one of them happened today. It was a friend I thought I could trust. We were growing exponentially close. I'd known them for a while, and all of a sudden, I go to check on them, and it shows that I was deleted and blocked. Never was told why, never was given a definitive reason, just instantly blocked, and basically, no goodbyes. And that is evidently today's society. It is hard to end a friendship, especially if the other one isn't feeling it anymore. So, some people think it's the correct thing to do and just block without giving any notice and basically tell them goodbye. And we as a society right now like to do that, especially if you're in the sort of dating world. You like to basically what they call ghosts. Uh, People are famous for that. And not a lot of people really respect each other's feelings. They like to do those things without knowing their actions or consequences from doing that. It leads to a lot of distrust, a lot of self evaluation, and just overall a lot of unbridled feelings, especially if it's towards yourself. You start to reflect on what you did wrong and why did this happen? I would like to say that this is actually a normal part of life. People will come and go. It doesn't matter if you guys grew up together, had a sort of connection with one another. People grow apart. People paths come to an end. And everybody has their own path in life, I like to believe. And if your path is not with theirs anymore, there's an obvious reason. Either something is telling you that this person doesn't belong in your life anymore, or it's vice versa for them. You don't belong in their life anymore. Your presence is not needed, so to speak, for lack of better term. And it's okay because that happens in life. People do grow apart, whether it's you and an ex you and a best friend, no matter who it is. It could even be a family member. Because life is ever changing. People tend to gravitate towards something that gives them what they need in life at that certain moment. I'm guessing this person needed somebody that I couldn't give them, basically. So they said goodbye, and I guess the best way they known possible. Would I have liked to have been told about it? Of course, nobody likes being told goodbye without a reason. Especially if you really cared about that person like I did. But goodbyes can also be hellos again. It doesn't mean they could be gone forever, but at that moment, particularly in their life, they just don't see it as worth pursuing anymore. Why do you think the term old friends exists? Because it's very true. People do come and go in your life. Sometimes they come back again. Like my current best friend. We had a falling out for a year. Him and I went our separate ways for a while. And me and him ended up reconnecting about 5 years ago, and I would say our friendship is stronger than it will ever be. And there's a reason why he came back. There's a reason why him and I are friends again. Everything has a reason, whether you like to believe or not. And of course, that's your choice to believe. But I like to believe everything has a reason. Nothing happens for no reason. As religious as that sounds, it's very true. You have something happen to you that might change your perspective on life. You might have something that happen to you that might change your perspective on everything. You know, it's a part of life, and when people grow apart, there's a particular reason why they grow apart, whether it be just you not being what they want in their life, or you guys just showing separate interests. I've had many childhood friends that I grew up with. We all grew apart. I had a group of friends. We all used to hang out, play games together, watch wrestling together, sit on the floor on a PlayStation 2 and just play on my multi-tap all day. We grew apart. Some of them moved to different places. Some of them stayed. But we didn't stay friends. They grew apart from me. They went on to find other friends. And I guess that's the circle of life. And the message I'm trying to send is losing people is a part of life. It's kind of like what keeps the world evolving. Those people leave so new people can step in. And some of those people might stay forever, like if you get married, or you find a true best friend like I did. People do come and go. And for some people, that can be scary to know that people will go and leave their life. But that void is being empty so it can be refilled again by something more meaningful in your life. And maybe take a chance and just open your heart to somebody, whether it's a family member or somebody you haven't been friends with for a very long time. And just ask them how they're doing. say, hey, I know we grew apart, I know we went our separate ways, but I hope you're doing alright. Because you were on my mind lately. And see what happens from there. But people do grow apart, and it's not always something you done, it's something on their part. And it's just how life is. But don't let that discourage you from getting to know people. Because losing people is also a life lesson. A life lesson that you can carry for the rest of your life. And that way, if the time comes where you lose somebody again, that time you'll understand the situation and it won't hurt you as much. I'm also using this as a way to kind of express how I feel. I'm saddened that this person is gone, but all you can really do is wish them the best and hope their life is meaningful and has fulfillment. As I'm sure they feel the same way for you, they just haven't basically gave it to you back. Reciprocated is what I'm trying to say. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and always stay true to yourselves.